Everybody, I'm just on the tramolator here, about to go to my gate to go meet Kevin. So here we are. So this is what happens when you try something new, when you do something different and you step out trusting God. You end up on plane trips that you didn't even realize you was going to take. Do you know what I mean? This is our home for the night, for the next 2 nights. Welcome to a Praguean hotel. I don't even know if Praguean's a word, but there you go. And here's me. And there's Kim. He's over there. And we just got ourselves some Praguean food. Let me show you. It's the Colonel. Yeah, they have him here. In Prague too. Praise Jesus. Good morning, Speak New Lifers, and as you can see, the scenery, or the background should I say, is slightly changed around here. Why? Because Kevin and I have some interesting things to share with you. Kevin's over here right now. He's just doing some things over there, but we are setting up for some things because we are we are beyond successing, and yeah, Kevin's there in his shirt. See it right there? Beyond success. Yes.
Hey family.
Yeah. So we're going to keep you updated on all the activities and goings on around these parts. But it's fun times. This is just a thing, right? When we say yes to God, we actually don't know what we're saying yes to. We just know that we're saying yes to Him, and He's a good Father, right? But He has things in store, things in plans. But it's not until you see them unfold and you're like, Lord, I didn't know that was a thing. This is one of those things. But yeah. So yeah, Speak New Lifers, we are back, and yeah, I just feel like a little explanation is in order. So bumping my hair right here. These grey hairs, I didn't get a chance to dye them. But I just wanted to let people, encourage people, because you know that's what we do here on Speak New Life. We encourage people, right? So you saw some of the clips or what have you before this little section, and it was me traveling here. And where am I? I am in Czech Republic with Kevin in Prague. And here's the funny thing, right? Neither one of us had Prague on our list of anywhere that we was going to go this summer. We weren't planning on coming to Prague, and if we were planning on going anywhere, it definitely wouldn't have been Prague. But as I was saying before, like when you say yes to God, you really don't know. You really don't know what you're saying yes to. You're just saying yes to Him, and then He begins to map out. He begins to map things out in front of you, right? And present opportunities in front of you, and you're like, okay, yes. And then before you know it, you end up in Prague, right? You end up in Prague for the weekend. So why are Kevin and I here? We are here because we are representing Beyond Success. Now, some of you have seen on our posts, some of you are in our Beyond Success roundtables, you've done our Beyond Success roundtables, and you understand that this is something that, you know, was presented to us as an option, as an opportunity, and Kevin and I went with it, and we just started showing up. And we said, yes, we're going to do these Beyond Successes, and just thinking that we was going to be, you know, just doing our roundtables, facilitating as we were. So how did we end up in Prague, right? This is the thing. We were setting up to do our YouTube live, because we do a YouTube live for our members every first Saturday of the month. And we were setting up to do a YouTube live not last week Friday, the Friday before, because that would have been the first Saturday of the month. And we got a random text from the person who runs Beyond Success saying, are you still up? And we said, yeah, we're still up. And then he ends up calling us and then telling us about this conference that he would like us to go to, because he's unable to go to it, right? And if we'd be able to just go and represent Beyond Success there and let people know about what Beyond Success is. And Beyond Success is basically an evangelism tool to help people who probably would never enter into a church building to hear about Jesus, but not only just learn about Jesus, but learn about personal growth, leadership, development, attitude, all that kind of stuff, right? All the John Maxwell stuff, but wrapped up in an evangelism tool that will introduce them to Jesus all at the same time. So we were just like, okay, yeah, we'll go to the conference. Like I said Kevin can go, because it's a work day for me, but Kevin can go and represent. And so it's like, where is it? And we was thinking maybe it might be like, you know, somewhere in London, South London possibly. And then he told us it's in Prague. It's in Prague. He needs us to go to Prague. And we're like, Prague? And Kevin was like, do you take the train there? Like, how do you get there? He's like, you fly. And so that's how we ended up here, right? That's how we ended up here. And then he was like, well, if Davina wants to join you later on, she can do that. And then you both can go and just be in Prague and see what you can see of Prague and whatever. And we may not get to see that much of Prague on this trip, but it's okay. I feel like this is a testing ground for us. I feel like God is seeing how much he can trust us with, and begin to put more weight on us concerning things that he wants us to do. But the reason why I'm sharing this, right, is because this particular thing came out of the blue, but it's not always out of the blue. It's not, even though it feels like it's out of the blue, it's part of the master plan, because I can't go into too much yet, because there's many other things that haven't unfolded in other areas, right? But for me, especially for me, I know God spoke to me back in 2016, and he told me some things, right? And I can't really say what he told me yet, but he told me some things concerning myself and concerning my future. And when he told me this, I felt like it was a slap in the face, meaning he told me something so extraordinary about what he wanted to do with my life. But at the time when he told me, it felt like I was sitting like Moses on the backside of the desert, having no picture, no image of what he even whispered to me. So when he whispered what he whispered to me, it felt like a slap in the face, because I was like, Lord, do you know who I am and where I'm at? How can you even say that to me? Like, look where I'm at, and look what I'm doing. How can you say that to me, right? But one thing I've come to realize is that God's not looking at where we're at. He's looking at where he's taking us. And so when God whispers something to you, when he tells you something about yourself, when he tells you something about your future, and it feels ludicrous, it's almost a sign that that is clearly from God. When he says something to you and he's like, it's so extreme in terms of like from where you are to what he's suggesting, and it's not even a suggestion. He's speaking from a place of truth. He's speaking from a place of where he's already seen it. It can feel like, how am I ever going to get there? How is that ever going to be my story? And you can be tempted to dismiss it. You can be tempted to kick it to the curb and say, I'm not paying attention to that. But you know in Habakkuk 2 verse 2 where it says, write the vision, make it plain, so that he who reads it shall run after it. And it's like, because it shall surely come to pass. We have to know the word of God shall surely, not maybe, surely come to pass. And so even when he's saying these things, it's like, but Lord, how are you going to do that? We don't have to worry about the how. We don't have to worry about the how. We just need to believe that what he has said is true. And if he will do that, he begins to work on some stuff. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to happen in 6 months. It doesn't mean it's going to happen in a year, 5 years, 10 years, 20, 100 years even. I don't know. Like when he tells us stuff, he tells us stuff concerning the future, right? That he says the Holy Spirit will tell you things concerning the future. So I don't know the length of time, but I know this much. He told me something back in 2016 concerning what he wanted to do with me. And when he told me, I was so far removed from what he was suggesting. But here I am 9, 10 years later, and I'm getting a very small glimpse of what he suggested. I don't know how many more years there are to go to see the fulfillment of his promise, but I know this much. I'm on the path, and it didn't come from me trying to make it happen. It comes from us believing that his word is true, and his word shall surely come to pass. So whatever it is that he's told you, don't worry about it. Don't think there's no way that he can do that with your life. He is God. He says, is there anything too hard for him? Is there anything too hard for him? Just keep saying yes to him. Keep showing up. If he's told you to do something, do that. Even if it seems so removed from what it is that you're asking for, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Just say yes, Lord. You don't have to know how yet. Just say yes and trust that he's going to give you the directions of how and what and when, you know, because I'm believing that when you do that, things start aligning to you, people start aligning to you, conversations start aligning that open up doors that you didn't even know were there. You didn't even know they were there. And that's what's happening now with myself and Kevin. This is how Kevin and I got together in the first place. I wasn't looking for the husband. I just showed up on those videos. He told me to show up. Just keep doing the lives. Why? Why are you making me do this? Because I'm a good father and I know what you have need of before you ask me. Trust me. And so I just say all of this to encourage you. Lord, just keep on doing whatever he's told you to do. Words of Mary, whatever he tells you to do that and watch him work on your behalf. He is awesome, awesome, awesome. But yeah, I will be back with more updates over the next coming days and stuff, and showing you some things and just talking about some things and how God works. But Kevin and I have committed to God to say, Lord, you can take our lives, use it as an example of your grace, you know. Use our lives as examples of your grace, of what you're able to do with two ordinary individuals who are simply just willing to say yes. That's all this is. That's all this is. But we love you, and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.